First of all, really, really proud of my team. We didn't blink. We fought throughout. Guys stepped up and made big plays. We got off to a good start, which was important for us. We knew coming in the caliber of opponent that we were facing and what they've done here, especially on the road, at home. Coming off a game where they scored 80 points at Florida State. And so we thought it was important to get off to a good start, and we did. I thought we maintained it. We were able to go up 7 to start the second half, and then they went on a run. And that's what we talked about before the game, just don't blink. You got to keep fighting, and we did that. And I thought our guys, defensively, to hold them to just 4 threes, that was something we talked about coming in, to play without fouling. But then also how we moved the basketball, shared it, got the spots. Guys stepped up and made some big shots. Blake was unbelievable. And then what we were able to do, especially in the second half, rebounding the basketball. So really proud of my team. Heck of a win. Questions?
Jeff, 14 3-pointers. You guys took 32 of them. Some of them seemed pretty contested, but you guys were confident, knocked them down. Did you like that shot selection, and how much of that was the plan coming in?
For the most part, I liked it. I mean, there were some ones that were not good shots, some that were a little bit rushed, but we live with it. I feel confident in our ability to shoot the basketball. We stepped up and made shots today.
Jeff, just looking over the game, it seemed like you took 2 really big timeouts, one in the final minute of the first half that resulted in a 5-0 run, the second being right before the media break in the beginning of the second half that resulted in a 9-0 run. Can you just talk about, A, what you said, or the message maybe during those timeouts, and B, the execution that your team had following those breaks?
Yeah, well, in the first half, we wanted to come out and execute offensively and talk about our defense, what we wanted to do there. We wanted to start switching a little bit on those low ball screens and switching with Groves. And so to talk about that and communicate that, and then offensively, just to get movement. We had become a little bit stagnant, trying to dribble a little bit too much, play a little bit too much one-on-one. In the second half, we got off, we executed the heck out of that first play and made a 3. During that stretch where they took the lead, we got 2 good threes, we just missed them. We got a play at the basket where Dunn made a heck of a play, where he blocked it, where we had a layup, and they scored every time. And so we called that timeout to try to control their momentum. The crowd was back into it, but also to talk about what we wanted to do defensively and to make sure we weren't rattled. We had gotten good looks, we had just missed them. But we wanted to talk about our defense. Like, we had to get back to defending like we had done the last 3 minutes or whatever of the first half. And our guys came out, to their credit, they executed everything we talked about.
One of the things Tony said was you guys are a hard guard right now. What do you think is clicking for you guys offensively, and is a lot of it with the 3-guard lineup?
I think that's part of it. I think, our young guys have gotten better. They just with the experience. When Guillermo's in the game, he stretches the defense out. That's another threat for us. I thought he was terrific. He played the last 15 minutes of the second half. I thought he was terrific. And then obviously when you have a guy like Blake that can get going, and I thought he played a great floor game. I mean, he was putting it on the floor, getting spots, didn't run people over, making little floaters. So I think all of those things, certainly it helps when you make shots. I think we've done a good job all year of generating good looks. We're just starting to make some now.
Jeff, this is a team that averaged creating over 13 turnovers a game. You guys only had 8 in this game. What did you see in the maturity, especially from your guards, in handling some of the tougher moments where you could feel they were making their runs, they were making their push, and the crowd was getting loud?
Yeah, well, we've been pretty good with not turning the ball over. I think we only average about 9 a game. So we've been pretty good with that. Our guys just, they made good decisions. They were tough. We talked about we have to play through physicality. They're going to be very physical defensively, and we have to be able to fight through and play through that, not get rattled. And our guys did a good job. We were greedy receivers. Guys came to the basketball when when there was pressure, and then we were able to make plays.
Jeff, I think you've now won 5 conference road games since the start of the new year, 2 of them against ranked opponents. What does that tell you about your team, considering the gauntlet that this league can be?
Well, we're learning to love the fight. You know, earlier in conference play, you know, we have several guys, I should say, that play a lot of minutes for us that had never gone through the gauntlet of the ACC. And we played hard, but we didn't understand how to fight. So when we had moments where we had to get a stop, it's Clemson, it's the under 4 timeout, we're down 2, we don't get those stops, and then we don't score. And so all of a sudden it goes from 2 to 7 pretty quickly. You know, when we played North Carolina at home, we held them the first 6 minutes without a basket, without scoring. But we only had about 8, where we should have had about 15, 16, and perhaps that's a little bit difference of the game. You know, we had some games where we just dropped the rope, you know, where we did blink, you know, when things weren't going well for us. And they're learning moments for us. And it was difficult. But the thing I love about my team is that they continue to show up every day. They had great attitudes. They listened, they wanted to learn, and we've just gradually chipped away and gotten better.
Jeff, these were 2 of the hotter teams in the ACC coming into this game. And, you know, with the way Virginia had won at home and kind of the stakes of this game, could you speak to the environment and what it takes to win a game like that where both teams have so much to lose?
Yeah, well, Tony has built this into an unbelievable environment. This is one of the toughest environments in all of college basketball because of you know, their fans and how they really get behind this team and connect with this team, and certainly with all the success that they've had as a basketball program. There's been no more successful program in the ACC the last 10 years than Virginia. If you look at everything from ACC championships, they've won a national championship, they've been #1 seeds, you know, they've done it all. And so that helps makes this place very tough also because of the caliber of players that they've had, and certainly with Tony and his staff. We knew it was going to be an unbelievable challenge, but we were excited about the opportunity of the challenge. We talked about that with our guys for 3 days. We knew about the winning streak. You know, we knew all of that, the winning streak this year, the 8 in a row, and the 22 in a row here. And we just wanted to come in and just seize an unbelievable opportunity and to play our best. And it took that for us to be able to do what we did tonight.
Jeff, do you feel like your team showed the country tonight that it deserves to be in the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, you know, I don't. It's a lot of season left, man. It's a lot. You know, I think we played really well tonight. We're playing well, and all we're trying to do is to be like we're 1-0 right now, and we'll enjoy this tonight. We'll be off tomorrow, and then Thursday we'll start getting ready for Louisville, and hopefully after Saturday we can be 1-0.
Jeff, what kind of a game did you get from Guillermo? You guys pulled Fetty with the 6 minutes into the second half, and then Guillermo kind of was out there for the rest of it, for most of it. Seemed like while he didn't get huge numbers, he seemed like a really helpful guy on screens and defense.
I thought he was tremendous. Offensively, he was a connector. You know, with the short rolls, catching it, making plays. He scored one. Certainly made some really good passes. Defensively, he was able to get a steal. We kind of had him playing like center field against who he was guarding. I just thought he did some really, really good things. And I thought Fetty did too. You know, I thought early in the game, that block he had on Minor really kind of set the tone for us. You know, the toughness, the competitive urgency, all of those things that we talked about, that was a big time play.